Alright, so hey guys, it's Maddie, and today we're doing a little skincare. So I feel like a lot of you guys know this at this point, but my day job is in skincare. So I am a skincare fanatic, baby. I have a million fucking skincare products, and I just need a reason to talk about them on my YouTube channel. So this is the skincare routine that I would do if I just got back from a riveting fucking date with a brilliant man with a beard and a brain. When I actually was like in the hookup shit and really was doing the damn thing, and salute to her, she was a bad bitch. When I was in it, I absolutely was not taking care of my skin the way that I do now. The amount of times that I like went on a date with someone, ended up hooking up with them, slept over their apartment just in my fucking makeup, it hurts my feelings to think about it now. My years of sleeping over people's apartments, one night stands, fucking walk of shame type beat, beard burn, totally rubbed off all of the makeup and skin around my chin and mouth area. Yeah, dude, she needed help. And this was the routine that she needed. So I figured we could have a little skincare moment, a little slumber party action. You know how much I love slumber parties. And I can tell you guys some of my old hookup stories. Things that I have not spoken about on the internet. Ooh. So to start off, I'm gonna be using the Instant Cleansing Balm from Good Molecules. I did not double cleanse until like a year ago. And I never want to go back to the place that I was before. I was watching old videos of me like vlogging when I was in college. First of all, my skin looked dry as fuck. She looked dry as hell. Someone needed to help her. But also, watching myself use makeup wipes is painful to me now. It looks so painful. It clearly does not take all the makeup off. It just, my skin looks dry at the end. Oh, I just hate it. I'm so anti-makeup wipe and pro double cleanse, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. The oil-based cleanser to be used to take off all your makeup, and then the water-based cleanser, which is probably the cleanser that you normally use to wash your face as normal, but you need to get all the makeup off first. So buy a cleansing balm, buy an oil-based cleanser. You won't regret it. So as you guys know, a month ago, I committed to being emotionally unavailable for the entire year of 2021. This isn't a formal update on how that's going, but just an additional layer of the conversation that I didn't touch upon in the initial video. Before I get into that, next I'm going to move on to my water-based cleanser. This is the Clear Collective Exfoliating Jelly Cleanser from Hero Cosmetics, which is the company that I work for, just as a disclaimer. Obviously, not dating this year, not meeting anyone new, not looking for any romantic interests in my life, right? So where does this leave my sex life? That's a great question. It's really keep being curious, keep asking questions. The past version of myself had a roster, right? And this is the advice that I always used to give people. It's just like, make sure you have a roster that you can rely on for a nice little hookup if you need it. If that's, you know, the wave that you're on, just, you know, sometimes it's gotta happen. And I had a roster for a while, and then I just kicked everyone off the roster. Why? Why did you do that? Because they all sucked. So true, bestie. Anyways, so I don't have anyone that I could text in my time of need to be like, hey, we should fuck. At least not anyone that I would feel good about. And since I'm not meeting anyone new, not putting myself out there, I'm probably just not having sex this year, which is a large commitment for someone like me. I was thinking about it. It was like in the back of my mind, but I think sometimes in the moment I'm like, well, hookups and relationships are two different things. Like, you could go find someone to hook up with, but then I remember who I am. I can't do that. I can't risk that. You know what I mean? Because I could go out and find someone to hook up with, for sure, absolutely could go in with that mindset. What if I start liking them? And then I just fucking screw it all up because I accidentally meet someone that I like. It just, I don't want to risk it. So next up, I'm going to do a little mask action. I'm going to be using the chlorophyll mask from Coco Kind, which has been my obsession recently. It comes in like a powder. You just have to add a liquid of your choice to it to turn it into the mask that you put on your face. The liquid that I use is the Rose Water Toner, also from Coco Kind. I usually just spray a ton of this into my hand put a scoop of the chlorophyll mask in and then just sort of rub it together and get it all over the place. Mask is on, we're living and loving. So anyways, here I am making a post-hookup skincare video, and who can even predict when the next time I will get my shit rocked is. I know it's better for me, but fuck, that's the hard part. Is it possible for me to be in a friends with benefits type relationship with no feelings? Yes. Is it usually by accident that I end up there? Also, yes. Like, I don't think that I could seek it out by any means unless. Also, before I get into the unless, I don't even know that I would want to seek it out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want a hookup, but I want to have sex. You know what I mean? And this is something that I was talking to my friends about the other day. There's only one group of people in the world that I can confidently say that I would never catch feelings for. What genre of person is that, you might ask? People I went to high school with. Physically, emotionally, scientifically impossible for me to catch feelings with anyone that grew up in my hometown. There was always one person that I wanted to have sex with from my hometown. Like, you were the one person that I would fuck. And I fucked him. I had sex with him. I had sex with him. That was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't even remember. It was like 2017, I think. And after I had sex with him, it just sort of opened up a door for me. After that, I was like, well, this actually is kind of the smart thing to do, because this is just totally fun. And this can never be fucked up unless they catch feelings, which I don't think they will. So I really just feel like we're safe. I feel like we can just be friends who fuck. What I've been thinking about, basically, in conclusion, is just that I really might have to hit up someone from my hometown to like drive to the city and stay with me for a weekend, because that's the only way I'm gonna get fucked this year, straight up. You know, we could be together, art pop, as someone once said. Anyways, let's take this mask off. All right, we're back. But we're not done masking. I'm gonna do some more. Next up, I'm gonna be using the Good Molecules Caffeine Energizing Hydrogel Eye Patches, as well as a lip mask from Loops. I've actually never tried the lip masks from Loops, so this is the first time that I'm trying it. The packaging is cute as hell though. Oh God, like what's more relaxing than this? I used to come home from hookups in college looking absolutely busted. Like looking like I actually got beat the fuck up. I'll add in photos and videos if I can find any. I used to come home with 1,000 hickeys. My skin just fucking falling off my face. Like I had no idea. A lip mask after a hookup is like pretty much an essential, because I know those things are dusted, busted, and crusted and falling off your fucking face. There's a hole for my mouth, but I'm just gonna stop talking for 10 minutes. Okay. Woo! Since I'm focusing a lot on hydration in this routine, the next product that I'm going to be using is the Peach Slices Snail Rescue Blemish Busting Toner. I love this toner. I love using snail mucin in basically fucking anything. So another story. So this is a story that my family doesn't know. And it's fine if they find out. But Luke, if you're watching this, if they know, I know that you're the rat. So choose what you want. The reason why I don't want them to know is just because I think this story is so funny, and it's not going to be as funny if they know. It's way funnier if they don't know. 3-4 years ago, whenever it was, I hooked up with someone from my hometown. Now, my bedroom is right next to my parents' bedroom. You can hear literally everything. So I can't hook up with anyone in that bedroom if they are home. In this case, they were home. Maybe it was just my dad that was home, I forget. People were home though. Let me just move on to my routine, but I'll continue to tell the story. Now, I'm going to be using the hyaluronic acid serum from The Ordinary, as well as the buffet serum from The Ordinary. These are the two serums that I use every single day, morning and night. Keep me looking young, glowy, and hydrated as hell, bitch. So basically, I really wanted to hook up with this guy. This was the one guy that I always wanted to hook up with from my hometown. The situation had presented itself to me. I was gonna be able to hook up with him. But the problem was that we had nowhere to go. And my driveway at home is super long, it's super steep, and it was the middle of winter. It was like December break, like 2017 or 2018. So I told him, like, you can come over, you can come hang out in like this bar area that my family has off of the living room, but you have to park your car on the street. Like, don't come down the driveway because it's a super steep driveway, it's covered in snow right now. Like, I'm afraid that you're gonna get stuck and then the whole family's gonna like wake up in the middle of the night and my dad's gonna have to like shovel you out of our driveway, and then I'm gonna have to explain to him why you were over in the first place. And that's fine. Like, my parents are very accepting of all of my escapades. Clearly they know who their daughter is. Like, I already have a relationship with my parents where I'm sure I tell my parents more than most people tell their parents. So it's just like, maybe I can keep this one thing, right? So he comes over, we have sex on my parents' couch in the bar. This is at like 2 or 3 in the morning that this is happening, so everyone in my house is asleep. All my siblings are home, my parents are sleeping upstairs, I am having sex on the couch in the bar. Please don't tell them! Like, I'm sure my siblings have done shit like that too, right? But then I'm gonna be the only one that gets caught for it if my brother shows them this fucking video because I talk about everything on the internet. Luke, it's funnier if they don't know, okay? So we hook up on the couch, and then he falls asleep. I cannot sleep for the fucking life of me because I know that my parents get up early, so I need to make him leave. And so I keep trying to like wake him up. I woke him up like 3 separate times and he kept falling back asleep, and I was like, holy shit, I need to get this motherfucker out of here. It's 6:30 a.m. and I finally get him awake and tell him that he needs to leave. So he leaves through the garage. I tiptoe up to my room, lay in my bed, and just pretend like I was sleeping the whole time. Literally, I am not fucking kidding you. 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes after I lay down in my fake bed to go to fake sleep, I hear my dad wake up and start walking out of the room, and I was like, why? Oh my god, this is cutting it so close. Like, he must have been awake, he must have heard him. So I go to bed, commit to the bit, and just move on with my day, assuming that I didn't get caught. And I didn't, because you know what did happen. Later that night, my mom was like, Dad heard the garage door open early this morning. He was awake, so he went to go look out the window and he saw some girl walking up the driveway. And I was like, no way. Who was it? The tea was that my mom thought that they had caught my brother hooking up with his ex-girlfriend. They thought that she was sneaking out in the morning. And that was the gossip. My mom was like, I wonder if they're getting back together. I was like, I wonder. That'd be so crazy if they did. Anyways, like 2 days later, I went and slept over his house, and then I came home looking fucked up as hell. And my mom was like, you had fun, didn't you? And I was like, keep your mouth shut, bitch. So now that's a piece of information that all of us have. It is no longer my secret. It's way funnier if my parents never know, okay? And we just go our whole lives committing to the bit that it was my brother hooking up with his ex-girlfriend. It's way funnier, okay? It's way funnier if no one ever knows. Besides me and you, right here in this moment. Secrets, besties, The sun is rapidly going away right now, so we've got to get a move on here. Next up, I actually have another serum. This is the Lightning Wand from Hero Cosmetics. The serum's bomb as fuck, and it comes on like a little rollerball tip, so you literally just press this button, serum comes out, and you roll it on. So where are my dark spots? Here's one. And here's one, so I'm gonna put it. Next up, I'm gonna be using the Rescue Balm from Hero Cosmetics. This is like my holy grail for all things dryness. So if I'm ever wearing a mask all day, this is what I put on before I put the mask on, and also what I cover the whole area with when I get home. It's just like super, super hydrating, and I think about this all the time, about how if I had this when I was suffering from all the beard burn I was when I was dating men with beards, like I would have been living my best fucking dreams, right? Another kind of funny story. So at my last job, there was a couple different office dogs that were always around. One of them was named Augie. I was scrolling on Hinge and I saw this guy and he was holding a dog that looked fucking just like Augie. So I swiped on him because I was like, that's gotta be fucking Augie. Like, I know this dog when I see it, and it's not even like Augie looks different than other dogs of his genre, you know? Like, he looks the same, but I just had a feeling that that was the Augie that I knew, the Augie that was beside my desk several days out of the week. So I matched with this guy. Turns out it was Augie. I spotted a dog in someone's profile and could identify it as being the dog that I knew. It was weird as fuck. Anyways, we had sex, and I'm going to amount it completely to the fact that we bonded over both knowing Augie somehow. So anyways, that was a one-night stand. Next up, moving on to moisturizer. We've got the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. Something funny that I was thinking about the other day. It's been 3 years, damn near 3 years, since I was dating that man that I found out was married. There's a video on my channel of me telling the story of how that happened, but that dude was fucking weird. Okay, next up, we've got the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Retinol Eye Sleeping Mask. I use this basically every night. But wild that it's been 3 years since that guy, right? Because it doesn't feel like it's been that long ago since that happened, but it has been. And I am so much of a different person now than I was then. I've always been the type of person to stand up for myself and like call out bullshit when I see it, but sometimes in the past it took me a second to like build up the courage to. And I feel like a lot of times like I endured shit that I shouldn't have been enduring because I was too scared to stand up for myself. And that was a situation where I didn't find out he was married until after I had already ended things and there was this big blow up. Anyways, watch the fucking video. But he was a weirdo from the jump. And there were several red flags that I conveniently ignored because I was like, I don't know, just didn't want to believe that things were bad, and I wanted to believe that things were good and that it was gonna work out in my favor. But honestly, like, I know that it's like a process, right? And I needed to go through all of that to get to where I am now, and I can't be mad at my past self for not making the same decisions that I would now, knowing what I know now. But I look back on a lot of those old dates that I went on and old like story times that I told back in the day, and I'm like, I don't know why I didn't jump after the first red flag. Like, sometimes you don't see them, but sometimes you do see them and you come up with reasons why they're not actually red flags, but they are. All right, next up I'm gonna be using the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This is my favorite lip product of literally all time. I wear it pretty much day and night all the time. So yeah, anyways, I don't like blame my past self for not having all the information. And every time I ever dunk on my past self, someone's in the comments reminding me like, hey, she didn't know, you did your best. And I'm like, damn it, you're right. You guys are right. I know, I dunk on my past self all the time, but it's because I am her, you know? So I look back at my past self sometimes and I'm like, God damn it, you had everything in you to be the smartest bitch alive. You had everything in you to be like, I'm a bad bitch. You cannot fuck with me like this. You fuck on me, I will fuck on you 10 times harder, baby. You wanna play this game, I will be the winner. But I just didn't do it. If there's any of you out there who are conveniently ignoring red flags, coming up with reasons why something wasn't as bad as it was, or convincing yourself that someone's changed, someone's different, that they didn't mean it, that it was an accident, that they're really going through something and that's why they did the thing that they did, this is a sign that that's all bullshit. And it's your brain trying to convince you that something is good for you even though it's so bad for you, because it feels like accepting that it's bad for you and moving on from it is harder than just putting up with it and convincing yourself that a spade isn't a spade, baby, but it fucking is. So anyways, maybe it's time to break up with your boyfriend. Always giving you them signs, baby. Keep an eye out. So I'm gonna finish it off by putting on some pimple patches. I'm using the Mighty Patch from, again, Kira Cosmetics, my bestie, my baes. I'm using the original pimple patches and putting them on the breakouts that I have currently, which I think is only 2. So that's it. That's my post-hookup skincare routine, baby. I talk so much in these videos. Like, sometimes I film all of them and I do all the talking and I'm like, is this how Trisha Paytas feels? Like, all the time? I'm like sweating. Be sure to follow me on all my social media if you haven't already. Give this video a like, comment, subscribe, turn my notifications on. Baby, it all helps. And pour yourself a glass of wine right now if you haven't already. God, catch up. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye.